This course was definitely a lot easier than I thought it would be, but I should have done it sooner. I should have been procrastinating that, but I definitely feel confident enough to take the test hopefully this week, and the location and everything was fit my schedule and worked out very well. Thank you.
I'm really glad I got through the class. It was great working with Lee. He really challenged me and made me feel like I needed to read before each class. There's a lot of things that we need to know beyond salesperson training. Approaching it as a broker is definitely a different thing than salesperson training. I definitely set aside the time to do this, and other things may have gotten pushed away or pushed aside, but it is a commitment of time. It was great that we got to go over the schedule before we started, so all of us were on board with the schedule, and that was probably not the hardest part. Going to class was great because we had a good group of people.
Was lucky to have Leah as the teacher. Was a great class. Was lucky to be with great agents in the class as well. So I had a lot of fun. I learned a lot more than going through the salesperson process. Just, with the broker hat on or mindset on, it's a lot different trying to comprehend the book for the broker's license. I've always wanted to try and get my broker's license and just to just to keep on leveling myself up within the industry and within the business and trying to build my craft. A little difficult in the sense that, we had classes that we needed to commit to during the week. The Saturdays were difficult as well because we often work on the weekends. But Jill and yourself meeting with us before the class, it gave us a lot of time to prep, to kind of build our schedule and schedule things around those days as well. It wasn't too bad in the end. Yeah.
It was good. I think the great part about this class is that we're not just learning terms, we're also applying them so that we're understanding it on a whole different level. Best part of the class is the fact that it was very intimate and there is different types of people in the class that I can learn from. Worst part of the class is that it's intimate, so there's more pressure on you to do the work and study. I actually feel like I'll do well. Yeah, I feel more confident than I did for my salesperson.
It was really a fun class. Lee has a knack for making you feel insecure with your answers. He doesn't teach by the book or by the chapter or paragraph. He makes you really think about why you answered the questions that you do. And because it was a small class, there was a lot of pressure for us to show up for class prepared. So you can't just fudge your way through this class. Well, fortunately, I wasn't that busy this fall. It was a really good time for me to take the class. And thanks to Tiare, who sent out a note to my office. I joined the class. Otherwise, you see it in your email, but you don't pay attention. So yeah, I really enjoyed it, learned a lot. It was great meeting David and John too, and seeing how, other people approach projects, and especially with John coming from a different non-sale background. It was interesting. I would highly recommend the class. I would highly recommend Lee for any class that he teaches.